everyone, привіт усім! We are here with Daniel and we're gonna figure out which song is the best out of the following 5 songs. Ці 5 українських пісень були номіновані на премію YUNA 2020. Daniel gonna grade every song from 1 to 10, 10 meaning that he liked it so much, like the best song ever. And first Daniel gonna read the lyrics of every song and then watch the video. If you're first time on my channel, welcome. I really would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button and the bell, and also later on if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to smash that like button. That would be really great for my channel to grow. Thank you so much and enjoy watching this video. Before we begin, just tell me a few favorite music artists that you like.
It's a product of what I grew up with. I'm a big Billy Joel, Elton John fan. Both of those are, and they're still popular today, I think. Maybe not with the younger set. I like classic rock as a genre. Metallica, you know, as hard rock.
Cool.
I like classic, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, you know, are classic artists. But some heavy metal is good, and Steppenwolf and Led Zeppelin. Was also a favorite group of mine growing up.
But in general, you are open to different
Oh yeah,
styles.
God, I love Frank Sinatra. I love musicals and well-written songs. The lyricists, I think lyricists are very underrated. We all hum the melody, but the lyrics...
Okay, got it. Okay.
Let's go.
Number 1 is by the band HARDKISS, and then the song's name is The Mountain.
Okay.
If you could read the lyrics for us, it would be great.
Can you bring it a little more forward? Because I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay, now I can see it. I'm standing outside the doors with a quiet mantra on my lips. Step. How far is it from the God in the smoky cities? Okay, I'm climbing to the top of Kilimanjaro, is breathing fire. The mountain says, you know no limits. Where are you running to? When will you pass? The mountain says, ask anything you want. Mountain, give a living dew from the sky. Home, the roots were poisoned, the garden was poisoned. Home, innocent and guilty, are looking at the heaven. They are climbing to the top of Kilimanjaro, is breathing fire. The mountain says, you know no limits. Where are you running to? When will you pass? The mountain says, ask anything you want. Mountain, give a living dew from the sky. We are from the heaven. We were made wingless. We were born strong, but become vulnerable.
I think then it's just repetition.
Sounds like a subtly environmental song too.
Environmental, okay.
We have a juxtaposition of the beautiful mountains and the heavens and the dew and everything, but at the roots, where we're from, home, you know, where we're rooted, we've poisoned that.
Can you do a parallel knowing Ukrainian problems? Do you think maybe there could be analogy?
Oh yeah, no, it could be a metaphor. Right? It could be a reference to your current political situation and what's happening, and that things have been poisoned culturally by the different things too.
But let's see, maybe you'll get more hints from the video. But it's interesting. First interpretation is like environmental. I think the video might be more illuminating, and the tone of the singing.
Got it.
Okay. It says, this world is mountains and our actions are our screams. When we scream in the mountains, we always hear back like the echo of what we are screaming.
Got it.
Jalaluddin Rumi. Okay. this indeed is very environmentally broken. This fire has destroyed it all, right?
Yeah, and I still have the imagery. I understand the political metaphor potentially, but the imagery of how we're destroying our environment, and poisoning our home resonates with me a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. The video also says that. I just wanted to push the imagination a little bit.
That's okay.
I mean, it could be different interpretations.
Yeah, and then multiple metaphors.
Multiple metaphors.
But how we're burning our environment and destroying things. I think that's got some meaning to that. It's the next generation that's going to save us. Okay, I like it. It definitely is one of those kinds of songs that is passionately trying to the seriousness and the tone. The melody was fine, and the lyrics were good, but it's a message song. There's a whole genre of music that were melodic songs, but the lyrics were to advocate for civil rights. Folk music was very popular for a while in the 60s and 70s, and Bob Dylan was one of my favorite, and he advocated for social justice and to right some kind of wrong in his
every
music.
Every song had a message.
Oh yeah, folk music, that genre. And Bob Dylan, you know, the times they are a-changin'. That became part of our lexicon. That was one of his most famous songs about, you know, the generations are changing, we're standing up for our rights more.
Then lift up your voices and put down your phones, for the times they are a-changing.
So that was social cause music, and I love that. I listen to it today, and this is some kind of cause, whether it be environmental, whether it's to do with the oppression from another government or whatever it is symbolizing. There's a certain anger and urgency in the tone of the way that it's being expressed by the singer there. You know, in the video, I know that's a different thing, but the idea of being reborn, or, you know, young innocent face carrying on. That's
at the end.
At the end, yeah.
And that there is a hope for this person to contribute positively to the situation.
Yes,
and
to change a new generation,
something.
a new generational change. The times they are
I love
changing.
your interpretation. So for this song, maybe out of 10, like let's try to give something out of 10.
Oh, I'd give this an 8.
8 out of 10. Okay, great. Just to make it more interesting and to create some competition between, because they will be graded, in fact, by actual
grades.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this passion. I could hear the passion.
You have just finished a great rating your students? How many students did you have this semester?
Oh, I had a lot. About, I don't know, 50 or 60 total.
50 or 60 total. So that would be your last grading job for this year.
Oh, there's Lucas. Okay, go ahead. No, I don't have to take it. Yeah, that's fine. He's calling to see if I'm alive.
You sure you don't want to pick? We can do it.
No, I'll text him.
Yeah.
He's my personal trainer.
Oh, there's a... You're like, okay, I don't want to work out.
I don't feel like working out.
That was a band called the HARDKISS, and the female vocals were from Julia Sanina. And actually, among these top 5 songs of the year, there are 3 songs where she is. So in this song, she's in a collaboration with another great famous artist in Ukraine, which her name is Tina Karol. So, and the name of the song is I Am Free, and this song is amazing as well. So let's
okay, slow pulse, the pills are scattered on the floor. I'm free, I'm not afraid anymore. On the gray wall that looks almost white, they wrote no way, but I can, and I'll try. Rivers of tears, my walls saw me cried. A sea of words, my walls heard and survived. In these walls were born on me, there are the rivers flowed into my sea. And now when I'm free, only ahead, my road, you lead me, you lead, don't stop and don't turn away. I'm not the same, and of a new day.
I'm free, yeah.
Yes, okay, so it sort of repeats. Okay, got it. They said I'm weak, and they said I'll break like a twig. I'm not afraid of these words, for I'm free, I'm free. To look for a difficult and beautiful way, the fire in me and will not fade, or will not fade. And now when I'm free, only ahead my road, you lead me, you lead, don't stop and don't turn away, I'm not the same. And, okay, it's fairly apparent that this song reflects a personal journey of someone who feels that they've broken through. This reflects the personal stories of people I know, whether they were in a bad relationship or they were in a bad situation, and they got empowered, and through some, you know, either spiritual or some kind of a trigger that helped them become aware.
Aware,
yeah, aware, and then
first aware, and
then break free from whatever psychological things that were holding them back. And sometimes we get trapped, and then we get trapped in a cycle. But then all the tears, but now the tears represent a river of enlightenment to freedom and becoming a better person by turning inward and gaining strength. That's how I see it. Okay.
Yeah, so let's see how this changes from the video.
Maybe I'm all wrong.
Oh, it also was it was a separate movie, and that song was used in the movie. So in this video, there are some episodes from that movie a little bit. But there are also the artists. You will see the 2 women which play, which look similar to these are the women who sing actually. And this is from the movie.
Right.
The same from the other, from the previous song, the woman from the previous song.
Ти веди лиш вперед, моя коля.
thought this far?
It's obviously about a woman who has struggled. It seems like she's breaking loose from some controlling male figure there, the guy with the beard, either father or something like that. It's about breaking free, the struggle to break free and be independent, and the fish swimming upstream and all of that.
And then there are these two women, they're very cool together. They're one of the most famous singers in Ukraine. So
Each one
independently, yeah.
They're beautiful together. The collaboration really works well musically. First two songs are serious songs, and I don't know if this is reflective of the general popular songs right now in Ukraine, but from a musical point of view, these are songs are passionate. They tell us some sort of meaningful, urgent story so far.
There is a kind of, this theme is also hot topic in Ukraine, not just on the personal level, but also, you know, on the political level.
Of course,
as well,
they
right?
have double meanings.
The double meaning too,
struggle.
right?
The theme of struggle, if you take it step
Theme of
back
struggle,
a little, seems to be infused. Now you're obviously struggling politically and with the Soviet Union and all of that. So the first two songs I saw represented struggle. And
I agree.
Yeah, and that could be the overarching theme.
Because many can relate to it.
Because we're struggling in our lives and we're struggling against an oppressive government, and music is emotional. But if you touch that emotion, people can relate to it. So that if you're going right now through a struggle politically with the Russians, with economic struggles, then even a song about a struggling relationship, the idea will resonate with people because it's about struggle, and I can relate to struggle.
Yeah, we need a number of points out of 10 for this song.
I like the first one better. I'll give this one a 7.
7, okay. The third song is HARDKISS and MONATIK Cobra. So HARDKISS is a band, and you saw that girl in the first and second video. Cobra, do you know what Cobra means?
It's a snake.
Snake, yes. So this is lyrics. Can you please read it for us?
Sure. Stay at home, don't visit her. And beware of the thunder, beware of the dark water. She's hidden under the skin, the lullaby for broken lights. Is what she sings again to make you cuddle her. Smiling, she's safe now. Dangerous are familiar strangers. When Cobra is in love, she doesn't sleep. Ooh, another dark, mysterious, full of metaphors here. Just remember this, my love. Just remember this, my love. Tender yet dangerous. Look in her eyes, too late to escape. She's dancing with daggers now, so beautiful and monstrous. Dangerous are familiar strangers. When Cobra is in love, she doesn't sleep. Just remember this, my love. Just remember this, my love. Sharpening the daggers, her soul is devoid of mercy. Can't run, shouldn't love her. Who did she love? Who did she hate? The dark truth was hiding in plain sight. Sharpening the daggers, her soul is devoid of mercy. Can't run, shouldn't love her. Who did she love? Who did she hate? Okay. The dark truth was hiding in plain sight. The dark truth, dangerous strangers. The Cobra is in love with the sun. Oh, that's a reference to Icarus flying too close to the sun and getting burned.
Reference to what?
There's a very famous Greek mythology story, and the story was that Icarus had these wings, and he flew around, but he flew too close to the sun, and then his wings burned up. But that seems to be a reference, you know, being in love with the sun. The sun is beautiful and dangerous at the same time. Dangerous are familiar strangers. When Cobra is in love, she doesn't sleep. Just remember this, my love. Just remember this, my love. Good.
So the authors, those who wrote the song, the HARDKISS, they also ask their viewers, what do you think the Cobra is? What does it symbolize? Do you have any?
Oh yeah, well, I
thoughts?
mean, I think it may operate on a few levels, but clearly I would say that what they're talking about is the danger side of in a relationship, that a woman can be appealing but also a snake. And there's also another famous story. The snake ends up biting someone. The snake is stuck and this animal helps it, and then the snake bites it and kills it and said, this is who I am, I'm a snake. So I think it's building on several myths and stories that are common in literature and folklore about this idea of double edge. And here they're taking it to a woman, the metaphor of a woman and a relationship. You know, they're very appealing, but watch out, you could get bitten and hurt, and you know, and things can happen. So that's how I interpret it.
I like your interpretations. Let's watch the video and see how you would feel about it.
Okay. The rattlesnake. Started with a snake sound.
Сиди вдома, ти до неї не ходи і бійся грому, бійся темної води під шкірою прихована. Скову для розбитих ліхтарів співає знову, аби ти її пригрів, усміхнена, врятована. Небезпечні знайомі, не знайомці, коли кобра закохана, вона не спить. Пам'ятай про це, моє сонце, пам'ятай про це, моє сонце.
The guy who's mostly singing.
Ніжна, грізна, суміш у її очах, тікати пізно, вже танцює на ножах. Прекрасна і спотворена, небезпечні знайомі, незнайомці, коли кобра закохана, вона не спить. Пам'ятай про це, моє сонце, пам'ятай про це, моє сонце.
Snake.
Жалко зажар її душа, брати не бити, любити не варто. А покохалась, ким була на ножах, копалась у світі чорна правда. Точила кинджали, не знала жалю її душа.
Snake.
Тікати не вийде, любити не варто. Кого покохалась, ким була на ножах, ховалась у світі чорна правда, чорна правда.
Very moving part.
Небезпечні, незнайомці, а кобра закохана у сонце. Небезпечні знайомі.
You want to say something?
Yeah, a couple of things. One is that there's another Greek myth about a woman who's very enticing, but her hair turns into snakes.
Yeah, I forgot her name. If you know the name of the woman whose hair turns into snakes, write down in the comments below.
Yes, because that's evocative of her style and look and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
Знайомці, коли кобра закохана, вона не спить. Пам'ятай про це, моє сонце, пам'ятай про це, моє сонце.
It's a very funny moment, which I like. Like they included after the end of the video, which was really funny. Like, take away your finger. That's enough. We are done.
We're smiling now.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Like you're about to strike me. There's a popular show now. I don't know if there's an iconic movie called The Karate Kid that was done in the 70s and 80s, and it became a cult picture in America called The Karate Kid. And it was really a metaphor for good and evil. Okay, there were two competing philosophies of karate. One is that it's used as a sort of a peaceful way of balance and nature, and you know that it's only defensive if you're attacked. And then there was some more aggressive, show no mercy, and the dojo or the karate that was symbolized by that was known as Cobra Kai. The reason this is relevant for all of you out there, there's a Netflix called Cobra Kai, this movie from 30 years ago, and gets the same actors back and where they are now. Cobra Kai, worth watching. It was a great series. Right now on Netflix.
So what do you think about the song?
I liked it a lot. It had a good beat. I loved the kind of rhythm to it. I'll give that a 9.
9?
Yes, I liked it.
So we had 8, 7, and now 9. Wow.
Yes.
So this is our leader this far.
Yes, I love this. It's kind of a get going kind of song, and you know, you sway to it. The melody was good, and it certainly had that kind of
mysterious and dangerous feeling.
Dangerous,
yeah.
yes. Danger.
Cool.
Femme fatale. She's a femme fatale.
Femme fatale. Okay, cool. I like it. Now we have 2 songs left. Artem Pivovarov is he's a new singer, relatively young, and I like him a lot. And his song is called Dejavyu. Do you know what is Dejavyu?
Yes, I do. It's some kind of connection with something that you may have never done before or experienced, but you have some sense that you were conscious of it or subconscious of it.
But you've had deja vus before in your life.
Yes.
Maybe this is the most memorable one.
I can't remember a specific time, but I know it when I feel it. I can't think of a concrete one.
So, would you please read it first?
Sorrows float up to us, fireworks fly up to us. Oh, mad, ardent wishes, freedom, my love. The tides of happy feelings float up to us on the seas. Remember each miracle, freedom, my love. It feels good to be like water, the magic of the morning and every day. It feels good to swim off into nothing. There where I've never been before, there is deja vu, dream of or reality or a dream come true. Is that there is deja vu, I'm catching your vibration. Lilac mist, we're flying in streams on the wind and cave drawings in our dreams. We'll repeat everything, lilac mist. You'll believe just as strongly, just as clearly in drawings and circles on the water. We'll repeat everything.
Oh yeah, and then you're repeating the
chorus. Dream or reality or a dream come true. Is that there? Deja vu. I'm catching your vibration.
And then it's just the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How does it sound to you, the lyrics?
It sounds good. It captures the meaning, this idea that you sort of experience things in a dream or some kind of experience before, and then you connect and you have this feeling of deja vu.
But I think I've never heard before a song just dedicated to deja vu. Yeah, to this one thing. Yeah. Okay, so this is the song. Let's hear.
Там, де сідає за гори і долітає салют, там, де я сонце знов сходить, Freedom, моя доля, лунає голос на сході, на захід і вдалині, там, де ми місяць заходить, Freedom, світло в тобі, хвилями, як течія, магія ранку і кожного дня, пливемо через моря, туди, де колись була моя, там дежавю, сонна моя, бачу сонна яву.
That was a weird pitch.
Там дежавю, ловлю твою вібрацію. Там дежавю, сонна моя, бачу сонна яву. Там
Yeah, I liked it, both the imagery and the beat and the lyrics. It didn't grab me as much as the previous songs. If I was to think of a song about deja vu, I have different imagery ideas in my mind than sort of the imagery of the flamenco and the drum beating and the things like that. So it didn't come together. I mean, it was a nice thing to, you know, if I heard it on the radio, I'd be, you know, going along with it, but it seemed a little disjointed. So I would give that one a 7 in my book.
7, okay. So 8, 7, 9, 7.
Correct.
Okay, that's how you have to. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting and unusual combination of different things together.
It's like putting together things and then seeing if they stick. You know, like ingredients, sometimes they go together well and sometimes they don't. And for me, it was interesting. Yeah, the imagery was a little startling, but I didn't sense the artists or the writers what it was they were really trying to convey, other than just, you know, here's a little shocking thing here, a little shocking thing here, a little different here, different here, different here. And not that anything was so shocking. Sometimes people do things for the sake of doing them, and other times they have a coherent message. And I just didn't feel like, this is more like doing something for the sake of doing it, right, for me.
Okay.
That may not.
I appreciate your opinion. No, I appreciate your opinion. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, a lot of artists, modern art, a lot of modern stuff is shock value. Is to, not shock, but is to give you stark images that don't always come together, and then you're supposed to go
in a very obvious way. Yeah. And it takes a lot of imagination to, you know, think.
Or they just want you to interpret it. Sometimes artists have no inner meaning. As an artist's intent is that for you to draw from the imagery. And you know, deja vu is an interesting concept.
I've heard very interesting statement by some movie critics that often people wanna ask, what did the artist wanted to put into this creation? And sometimes it's not, doesn't mean that much what he wanted to put, but maybe each person can interpret it differently, and it's okay. Maybe there was an intent of an author not to have a clear interpretation, but to give a chance for everyone.
And that's very totally valid. And it's funny you mentioned films, because I teach film classes, and I'm always asking the students to look at the subtext, the underneath the, you know, there's always a plot, right?
Yeah.
And there's always, it exists on one level. But then I always feel that movies exist, the best ones exist on another level. And many times the director's subtext is evident, and other times there is a subtext, but it's subtle, or it's subject to multiple interpretations. But I believe everything, even this song, can be interpreted in different ways. But I personally like subtle things. When something's put in subtly, when there's a message, underlying theme about a social issue or gender or race or something, besides just the story.
And for me, this interpretation of this song is that he sings that he hears a lullaby, you know, the song that we hear from our mother in childhood, and that he wants to come back to it in a way. And for me, it's almost like a need to find yourself, because maybe in the childhood we can feel what we want to be or who we want to be in life, and our goal is maybe to hear this, what is the meaning of our life. I don't know, that's my very far from.
No, and that's great. And you took something that I didn't readily see, that even when I read it and saw it, and that makes a certain kind of sense in that day. There's a lot of deja vu stuff is maybe from childhood, things you remember from your childhood and want to reconnect with in some way. Encapsulate that into the feeling of deja vu, I think, is taking a psychological idea that we all want to sort of return to our youth, and that's been explored in literature and film and song.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm like, I'm not inventing the wheel. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. But I think of even a popular series here that's gotten iconic. It's called The Twilight Zone. You may or may not have heard of it. It's been all over the world. It was on in the late 50s, early 60s for about 4 or 5 years, and it continues. People watch it all the time. One of the episodes that sticks out is a man who gets transported back. He takes a drive one day and says, I've just got to get away from the craziness of my work and my job and my life. And he drives back to his childhood town where he grew up, and somehow he passes through something, but he actually goes back to the period when he was a child, and he meets his child self and gets connected again with himself when he was like 8 or 9, and he's maybe in his 40s now, and he rediscovers his childhood kind of innocence and innocence and then he leaves the town and with a different feeling and perspective again. But I think the idea of returning, there's a very famous poem, You Can't Go Home Again, which is, this idea that when we try to return to a romanticized version of our childhood, it just never measures up to. And then the famous poem explores the idea that you reach a crossroads in life and you take one direction, and it's called The Path Not Taken. And it's all about this guy who wonders what his life would have been like if he had chosen the different path.
Direction, and we never know.
Yeah, you never know. But it's literally, he talks about going with a poem. You go into the woods and then you reach this thing.
Right or left.
Right or left. And he goes right and he explores and whatever. But then the end of the poem is, the path, what would have happened, what would he have seen differently. But that poem has become a metaphor for life, the choices we make and the path not taken. So there's a lot there.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot. The next one is actually super philosophical, and I'm pretty sure you can get into a lot of thoughts. Yeah, it's called Cinema, and the band is called Antytila, and the video I think is also very interesting. So yeah, you can start reading.
Cinema, it's all kind of a movie a long time ago. Someone is testing a new world on us once again. I pass, I see Dejavyu, there's our friend.
Again, our friend.
In a room on the edge, wake me up, I guess I'm asleep. Mum, on the face of the bandana.
Bandana is like a thing on your, you put on your head.
I know, a bandana. Yes. We are not the Dalai Lama. We live once. Mum.
Chillim, mum.
Mom and mum, that's interesting. Those two words have different meanings in English.
I think in Ukrainian original it's the same.
Mom is like your mother. Mum can be your mother, British English, but mum can also mean keep quiet.
Really?
Yeah, stay mum.
Wow.
It doesn't mean literally be quiet. It means keep a secret. Stay mum about that.
Okay,
Stay quiet about it. I tell you something.
It's only between us.
Yes. So you learned something new, right?
Yeah, I did. Everyone did.
Everyone did, yeah. Okay, mum. Chillum, mom. Everything will be fine. We will survive everything. In the corner, bravado in the corner, the courage faded. Pause my character. Who are we? And what's the reason here? Why do we exist? That's philosophy, yes. Why are we here? As an answer we will find, then we will experience everything together, just little people, just such a plot. Let's hear it. That's a short one.
Yeah. So Kino is cinema in Ukrainian.
Okay.
На нас хтось тестить новий світ. Ще раз я бачу дежавю в кімнаті на краю. Будіть мене, мабуть, я сплю. Мама, на лице бандана, ми ж Далай-лама.
do you have any thoughts this far? Because it's
well, and some of the imagery is, you know, the Mad Max futuristic apocalyptic future of people dressed like that, and some of that reminds me of the Mad Max franchise that stars Mel Gibson, who I just saw in a very good movie last night with Sean Penn called The Professor and the Madman. I recommend that.
The
Netflix.
Professor and the Madman.
Yes,
Okay.
it's all about the birth of the Oxford English Dictionary. You guys will love it. And it's a true story. Sure, I mean, part of it, sometimes they do things that just, you know, rhyme, like Mama and Dalai Lama, you know, that rhymes, so I heard that in there, and, you know, they threw in the Dalai Lama, why not? Shakespeare said all the world's a stage and we're mere players. That, again, is a theme that has been explored somewhat. So, some of that. These remind me of music videos that used to be on MTV, the heads in the sand kind of thing. Music videos have an interesting history. Music didn't exist with videos before the 1980s, 70s, 80s. And then a channel started that I think launched this movement worldwide called MTV. Have you heard of it? Music
Of course,
TV?
yeah, we
Okay.
have an MTV channel in Ukraine, which I used to watch a lot as a kid, yeah.
Okay, but that in terms of musical history of great groups, the Beatles didn't have, Rolling Stones did not have MTV. They didn't have a song that also had a video. That's a relatively new construct. MTV in America kind of went really high in the 80s and 90s, and lately the phenomena of music videos is people wouldn't listen, they would watch for their songs. That has passed a little bit. Now people, first consumption of it is more here than it is, and I don't think musicians are as big. It's just not, I'm not as conscious as doing videos. So this reminds me of some of the early versions of MTV here in America when the movement started a little bit.
But there is a continuation of the story in the video.
Okay,
so
let's hear it. Camera angle. If you pause it a minute, I teach that camera angle.
This camera angle?
Yes. That's called either a bird's eye or God's eye view. And when cinematographers and filmmakers do that, looking down, pulling up, it's almost like judgment from the heavens. That's what it means.
Judgment from the heavens. The denotation judgment.
From God, see? God looking down on his earth. The thing in his eye.
What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Oh.
There we go.
Wow.
Okay, nothing new is under the sun. You know, the song was trying to get some catchy rhyming. The mama, the bandana, the Dalai Lama were all things that I think that's a writing construct. I'm not sure if particularly those words had meaning together. As the song goes?
As a song, 1 out of like from 1 to 10.
Again, I would give it another 7. It was fine.
Another 7. Okay.
So that's how I would judge it. It's fine. The song was fine. I did notice a theme in all 5 though. And that is all the songs I see have a message. of some sort. A lot of pop music that I listen to are very superficial, which is, I'm not judging, but our music, and I think that's not necessarily a good thing. It tends to be catchy, it may be romantic, you know, love songs, whatever. This represents pop music. It seems to have a much more serious undertone to it and much more meaningful. What I think your culture does better anyway. You guys talk much more, I think, in cafes in Prague when I was there about the state of politics, the state of the world, the state of stuff. Whereas in America, you know, our music reflects much more Miami, you know, hey, it's sunny, it's nice. The most important thing is it a beach day, you know. The Europeans, to me, tend to be more aware of the world situation, whereas in America, our music is more narcissistic almost. It's more like, how am I feeling? Is it a beautiful day? Maybe I'm being much too broad and sweet. There are deep songs here too about meaningful things, but if these 5 songs represent the typical thing when you turn on the radio and listen to, then I think there's a different seriousness about it. It's catchy, it's good music, it's, you can sway to it. I mean, it's what music is supposed to be, but it also seems like it isn't just purely to entertain. I like them all in different ways. The one I rated 9, I obviously like the best.
Yeah, the summary is that first the HARDKISS Gora got 8, then Tina Karol, Julia Sanina 7, then the HARDKISS Kobra got 9. Artem Pivovarov, Dежавю got 7, and the cinema also got 7. So, according to Daniel, the best song of the year award should go to the HARDKISS Kobra feat. MONATIK.
Oh yes, I like that song because I think it represented maybe a little more used to songs being, that was more about a theme of a man and woman, and a woman being, you know, and you better watch out because she could bite you, kind of thing.
You got beaten by some women.
Yeah, yeah, we can all relate to that. All us men can relate to the femme fatale, right? So anyway, the rest seem to have a little bit of an agenda, whether
Agenda.
and that's fine too. An agenda is good to have. You need political activism and, you know, get up urgency kind of thing. So
especially in a country like Ukraine, because we do need it, you know, more than in some other countries. You need your music to become aware of stuff that's happening. And the messages need to be spread out to people. Oh no, but you know, we have that too. Barbara Streisand, you know Barbara Streisand? Yeah. She's saying a very urgent song about Trump, and it became popular. Yes, it's called "Don't Lie to Me."
Your lips move, but your words get in the way, in the way, in the way.
And it's all the imagery is Trump and things that have happened in the last 4 years. And it's a very catchy song. I actually like it as a song, but it's also making a statement about our political situation, and very explicitly, not subtly. Thank you so much, Daniel, for reacting to these 5 songs. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate and love you all. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Just make it red for us sitting under the sun and almost melting. Come to Miami, it's beautiful here. And leave a comment below what song out of these 5 songs do you think is the best and should win the YUNA 2020. Дякую вам дуже. Ми побачимось з вами дуже скоро. У наступному відео. Па-па!